Wow. Stacks. Money.
I'm gonna ask.
That's my new Stacks.
You never do that again.
It's my new song. Stacks. Money. Coming out July 15th to a store near you. Pick it up at Best Buy.
Nope.
$10.99.
Nope.
Peace out.
So why don't you go ahead and take your headphones off and go in the corner. Think about what you did, and when you're ready to be an adult,
the Council of
you
Humanity
can come join us again.
Until then, this information must be kept confidential.
Right.
Speak of it to no one.
And just remember, I'm doing this because I love you.
Mission is to gather additional intel on the individual known as Pascal.
You mean that freaky machine we ran into?
This order comes directly from the Council. Knowledge of such unique individuals is essential for the success.
As long as it takes for you to.
Understood.
All right, come back.
I don't like it over here.
I
didn't like it over there.
Just peek down. You're just in the corner of your room. Man,
I might be immature, but I'm not disobedient.
I wish my mom was that diplomatic whenever she punished me, because when it was her punishing me, she just used to yell in Spanish and hit me with things, which makes her sound like an abusive parent, and she's not. She's really nice, and I love her a lot, but...
Commander sure is a slave driver, huh?
Yeah, she scared me.
Are you sure you're okay?
Rest a little bit, 2B.
Yes.
It's been a while.
I'll rectify.
I love your mom.
Whoa.
I'm in love with your mom. That's what I'm trying to say.
That got weirder.
What? Don't act like you're surprised. God, I'm embarrassed.
You're in love with
I'm trying to tell you the truth. I want you to be my brother, and I want you to be my son at the same time.
Oh, she was the closest thing I had to a mentor. Oh, we had to give her the bad news. You know what's so interesting is all the other Yorha androids are much more sociable and have a lot, like, they have feelings, but 2B is the most uptight of all of them.
That's why I love that comic that you sent me.
Oh, the one of her climbing up the ladder and the 9S has to look at her ass and he gets all... Maybe I should go first.
I know. Like, oh, that's why you wanted to go first. But I love how they portray her cold sense of humor. Or not sense of humor, her personality.
Yeah.
It really is true. Maybe
she's
she's seen a lot of crazy shit.
She's just doing what she knows, you know? It's not being cold. It's like when people accuse, like, autistic people of, you know, when they don't know that they have autism and you know, all those things. It's just how your brain works. It doesn't make you less than or anything.
I know. Yeah. I've always gotten along well with, I don't know if this sounds weird to say, but I've always gotten along well with people with autism because, well, you would know this better than anybody because you've studied it, but people with autism kind of socialize differently, and they socialize in their own way, and they don't always pick up the same cues.
Yeah.
And even though it's not a surefire thing, because everybody's different, usually if you're just open-minded and patient, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like...
Mindfulness. Mindfulness is so important. That's something that, in studying everything, that I'm really happy my professors instilled in me was mindfulness. And I feel like you can learn mindfulness in any field, but an entire practice based off of mindfulness is really, really good. And it's mindfulness isn't empathy per se, because empathizing with someone is impossible in a lot of varying scenarios. So,
right, because you can't make yourself understand what you don't understand.
Right. You know, like it's this big thing in feminist psychotherapy that trying to practice empathy is futile because a lot of the demographics that you're working with are always going to be different than what you are and what you know. in your experience. So, oh my God, I love this because it's from South Park of all places, which tends to be a particularly problematic show. But there's one part where the character Token, one black kid in South Park, he gets in a whole thing with Stan, and Stan is trying to understand where Token is coming from, and he keeps trying to apologize. No, shut up. He's trying to apologize to Token, but Token won't accept his apology because Stan's not doing it the right way. He's just trying to make it so that way he gets forgiveness, as opposed to learning something for himself.
Right.
And
you're doing it wrong, Stan.
Right. And then at the end of the episode, he goes, "That's just it, Stan. You don't get it." Oh, no. He says, "I don't get it. Why won't you accept my apology? I just don't get it." And then Token says, "That's right. You don't get it." And he says, Oh, that the first step is understanding that you don't understand. And by trying to, it's almost more harmful.
Yeah.
Because
you're just
helpful.
pretending.
Yeah, you're just pretending. You're just trying to assimilate someone's problems into your own.
Insulting.
I remember there was this one time where it was birthday. Sorry, I'm talking so long.
No, tell me about this.
Oh, it was birthday, and we went out to the beach to have some beers and whatever. It was nighttime, and it was one of those private beaches in Malibu. And we're all sitting on the beach. It's me and there are 3 black guys, and I'm, white. I went to go take a pee off somewhere else, and then all of a sudden I noticed that there's these flashing lights, and I run over there and aren't there anymore. And I run up the street and I see that there's a cop car, and all of their hands are put on the hood of the car. And I'm sorry, let me figure out where I'm going first before I figure out this.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in the direction of this story at all, so you could just cut it off in the middle, leave me hanging.
Just completely interrupt yourself. It's fine.
You're like, you know what? I decided I don't want to finish the story. I actually want to talk about Belgian waffles.
So
Tasty.
Their hands are on the hood of the car, and they're being what's the word? Is detained the correct word to use in this scenario? Probably not.
Sure.
But
works for me.
I was really upset, and I said, "Hey, what's going on, officers?" And they're like, "Move it along, you're fine, don't worry about it." And I said, "No, you don't understand. These are my friends. What are you doing to them?" And they're like, they were loitering or doing something or something, some bullshit excuse. And I started to get upset. And I said, "What you're doing right now is not fair. And I'd appreciate it if you just let them go. We haven't done anything wrong." And they're like, "You're not a part of this." I was like, "I am. I was with them the entire time. You just didn't see me because I was peeing." And so I started getting really worked up, and then they got upset with me too. So they made me put my hands on the hood of the car. They're like, "Where are you guys from? What school do you go to?" And I said, "We go to Pepperdine."
Oh,
and
boy.
But I kind of did this really fucked up thing where I took charge of the situation just because I was passionately upset about it. And then when I got back, when we all got back in the car, we were all together, and they were just quiet. And I was like fuming mad. And I know exactly why all of that happened. It was because this couple walked past us. And as soon as the couple had walked past us on this private beach in Malibu with all these, freaking white old people, cops show up. Why? Because they see some freaking black kids smoking cigars on a beach, and they think they're causing trouble, and that's not the case.
Yeah.
And super fucked up, and they're just quiet. And said the most profound thing to me. He said, "You didn't have to do that." And I said, "Why would I just let that stand? Why would I let them completely profile you?" And he said, "It's because it's not your problem, man. It's you actually hurt the situation more than it helped us, because God forbid you made one of those cops mad, and then they start taking action into their matters into their own hands, and then they really hurt us and spin it, because that shit happens." And I was like, oh my God, because I thought I was being so socially
Conscientious.
forward or conscious, I was actually hurting them more than I was helping them because I made their problem my problem, and it's not my problem. Isn't that just so fucking crazy? And yeah, anyway, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to
It is crazy.
take such a dark spin in this conversation, but I feel
No,
like that's a really important thing to...
It is important, and talking to you about it actually has been a really big part of me becoming more understanding. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense. It's kind of one of those things where as much as we wish we could do something,
Right.
all you can really do is just be supportive.
Yeah,
in a way
totally.
that, like, respectful and appreciative and aware.
Because it's so
But-
presumptuous that because, you know, I have a few things in my life that I've struggled with, you know, but for most of it, I live pretty scot-free, you know. No one assumes that I'm Latino. No one really knows that I am LGBT, so because I don't make it a big deal, you know. And I do live with a lot of privilege considering, right? So it's this fortunate but unfortunate thing, and you know, just trying to assimilate someone's experience to your own just because you're upset by it doesn't mean it's justified, you know. That was just a crazy thing to learn.
Yeah.
And yeah, God, I felt so bad.
Are we not where we
Batman.
started this game?
What do you mean?
Isn't this where we started the game?
Yeah, but there's a side quest over here that...
Oh, cool. No, I think it's awesome.
Did you see that we
I like
saved
going
Batman?
familiar places.
We prayed for Batman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus.
I was like,
These guys are-
Batman? I've never met...
Do 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 do.
Ooh, this is cool.
This is new, I think.
Jumping on cranes.
Stepping on the base. Do-do-do-do-do. Whoa! Check this out.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. What do you think
Do you have
about?
a dream? I was actually just thinking about dogs.
Really?
And I kid you not. I've always had little dogs in my life.
Can you access her black box?
There's a dog I want.
What dog?
I got my eyes and my heart set.
You think you might get a
Especially
dog?
because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have a lot of human companions in my life, judging by
Okay, well that's a good.
my
direction.
workaholic nature. There are these dogs called Vizslas. I told you about
yes,
them?
Yes, the Vizslas.
It was beautiful. They're like so awesome. They usually have green eyes. I think all purebred ones have green eyes and like this chocolatey light coat.
She was planning to go.
And they're one of the few dog breeds that are actually really good to go running with. You can go long distance running with them and it won't hurt them over time because a lot of times dogs will get hip problems later. Isn't that so weird? But those dogs are really great and they're super beautiful. And I always grew up with little dogs. We had a mini Schnauzer, we had 2 Shih Tzus and stuff like that. But big dogs seem so fun to me.
I feel
As
like
long as
I
they
would.
don't shed all over everything.
I feel like I would expire before the dog does because I'm just so not active physically.
Right. The dog's like, please, God, just run with me.
Yeah, it's like, come on, keep up. My hips
Run
would go
with me.
before his.
Or I chew up your carpet. 2 options, pick one.
Oh my goodness. I have these moments of fragility and awakening when I realize that I am not stronger than my chihuahua. Because she'll bite onto something that she's not supposed to eat, like a leaf or whatever. And I'll try to take it from her. And then I just pussyfoot around prying her jaw open. But then I really try, and I'm like, wait, I can't do it. And she just gives me this incredulous stare, like, you're not gonna get this leaf. It's my leaf. And then she just looks at me straight in the eye, and then I'll see her just go, and I get so mad at her. And then I talk to her like she's a person. Why are you so dumb? Why do you choose to do these things that you know hurts you?
What are you trying to tell me? It's like over time you become more aware of yourself as a human. Like, I'm not immortal. Chihuahua's like licking its butthole.
And then she does this thing where after I'm done scolding her, she'll roll on her back and open her mouth, and her tongue will hang out the side of her mouth.
Yeah.
How do you get mad at that? It totally invalidates everything that I just told her. All the effort I went into scolding her out the window.
Now it's gone. Melts.
What a little bitch.
She can just go back to peeing on your carpet.
I hate her, but I love her. My mom gets super mad at me because I've managed to get her to respond to the name Rat Baby and Flower. So she responds to both Rat Baby and Flower.
Rat Baby. If that was a musician's name, I might be into it.
Rat Baby. Hey everyone, my name's Rat Baby. This is my song.
I eat garbage.
Cigarette cereal.
Cigarettes without any milk.
Without any milk.